What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is B. On this channel, we're going to dig into some stories that people are talking about, but also the ones they feel aren't getting enough attention. Today, we're looking at the case of Lorenzo Saligado Araujo, a Houston construction worker who was shot and unalive during an ICE operation. Officially, they're saying that the shooting was an act of self-defense. His family and eyewitnesses tell a different story. In this video, we're going to separate confirmed facts from disputed claims and walk through exactly what we know so far. Who is Lorenzo? Start off there. According to his family, Lorenzo Salgado, 52-year-old man, lived in the Houston area for roughly 35 years. He owned a construction company. He had his own business, man. Every morning he picked up workers before heading to a job site, to go take care of his business. He built houses. You might even be living in one today if you're living here in Houston. His son described him as a hardworking father whose entire life revolved around supporting his family. He also said he was a really shy man. Reports also indicate that he was trying to obtain a legal authorization. He was in the process of getting his paperwork together. For those who are wondering if he's legal or illegal, which I don't think matters. Right is right and wrong is wrong, man. So on July 7th, around 6:30 Tuesday morning, ICE agents attempted to stop Lorenzo's work van during an immigration enforcement operation. This is where the story splits into two very different versions. According to DHS, Lorenzo ignored commands. He rammed an ICE vehicle, then accelerated towards an officer. Officials say the officer fired in self-defense, but family members, co-workers that were also in the van dispute nearly every part of that version, saying it was a lie. Some witnesses said no officer was standing directly in front of the van when the shots were fired. So I'm going to show y'all this. There he was going to work, man. He gave his wife a kiss, like we all do. Gave his kids a kiss, grabbed his lunch. He was off to work. Went outside, petted his dog, and took off. Go to work, man. Go provide for his family. To go do what we all do. Go try to make it happen. Get the bills paid. Do it the right way. Have a life. Chase the dream. The American dream. So when he left, he went down the street, down Canal. Then they were spotted by these guys. That was the ICE agents. "52 years old." Soon after the shooting, videos from the scene began spreading online. They show Lorenzo lying on the ground, handcuffed. And after being shot while agents secured the area. That's his son. One major question emerged. Where's the body camera footage? Coincidence? I don't think so. Days after the DHS confirmed ICE officers involved were not wearing body cameras because they had not been issued them. They had not yet been issued them. They just didn't have them. Without body camera video, investigators must rely on witness statements, physical evidence, and any surveillance or cell phone footage. One of the biggest developments came later. DHS acknowledged Lorenzo was not actually the intended target of the operation. He wasn't even the one that we're looking for. But because he was brown, I guess that fit the description enough. He was in a construction van, 6:30 in the morning, driving down the street. So I guess that's what they were looking for. Mexican in a van. Officials said agents believe he resembled the person they were looking for. That revelation immediately raised more questions. How did the mistaken identity happen? Did it affect the decision made during the stop? Those questions remain under investigation. The shooting sparked protests across Houston. Community members held vigils. Local elected officials called for an independent investigation. We're doing our own investigation here in Houston, independently. We don't care about what the FBI and DHS has to say. The FBI and DHS Office of Inspector General are investigating the shooting. The Harris County medical examiner ruled the manner of death homicide. A medical classification indicating death was caused by another person. It is not determined whether the shooting was criminal or unlawful. Investigators still have important questions to answer. Did the events unfold the way DHS described? Or did eyewitnesses have a more accurate account? Until those investigations are complete, there are still facts we simply don't know. One of the things that isn't disputed, a family lost a husband, a father, and the community continues to look for answers. Now stand behind them, man. We ain't gonna stop. We need justice for that man. That man was doing nothing wrong. Just imagine you're going to work in the morning. And all of a sudden you see two black SUVs at 6:30 in the morning here in Houston, going down Canal Street, if you're familiar with it. You see two black SUVs just coming up. You don't know what they're doing, but you just know that they're right beside you, really, really close. They're trying to get you to pull over. You don't know who it is. Pretty sure this man didn't even have his coffee yet. And they pull you over and they all jump out of the vehicle. And they start yelling all at once. I'm pretty sure they weren't taking turns talking and yelling at them. Pretty sure they were all yelling at the same time. What would you do? Would you be scared? Would you just jump out of the car and listen to them? I wouldn't. I would have tried to get out of there. I would have been scared. Would not know what was going on. I thought I was going to die. But one thing's for sure. According to the witnesses, you had 3 other workers in the van. According to their lawyer, they all said the same thing. They weren't in front or in the back of it. They were trying to get him to get out of the vehicle. He didn't want to listen. So they shot him. That's sad. My goal isn't to tell you what to believe. It's to present the facts. Show both sides of where the evidence is disputed. And keep following these stories as new information comes out. Man, I want to try to reach out to that family. If anybody sees this video that knows the family, man, let's try to help them out. I don't know if they have a GoFundMe or they have a Cash App or something like that. If y'all do have it, have them reach out, put it in the comments, man. If there's a number or something, we can reach out to them. So that way we can get everybody to help, man. Let's help out this family. They got bills to pay, and they lost their dad, lost their husband. I don't know. We don't even know if they have food in the refrigerator. Maybe they do, but how long is that gonna last? How long do they have until they can't pay rent? They can't pay their bills because they depended on their dad. Hopefully his son takes over the business, but and we don't know that. We don't know what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure that they're still in shock. Oh, they still haven't even buried their father. We need justice for Lorenzo, man. We need justice for this man. ICE is going too far. And they all have immunity. Through the other, there's been, and that wasn't even the only one. Let me see, I looked it up. Let me show you. So you have Renee Good. I don't know if y'all remember that one. In January 2026 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the ICE agent shot her through the front window. Said that she was trying to run him over. We saw the video. I wish I could find that video, but the video shows that she was trying to go around the officer. And he shot her through the window. Unalived her. He got Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, September 2025, Franklin Park in Illinois. Ruben Ray Martinez, March 2025, South Padre Island in Texas. What they all had in common? They all had to do with a vehicle. They all claimed self-defense. And nothing was done about it. Nobody was taken to jail. ICE agents were protected by immunity. We got to make this stop. We got to stand up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Justice for Lorenzo. I'm out.